town where shadows play, a tale begins to brew. One girl swings a golf club, the other's perfecting a stew. They met under moonlight, smiles, hiding schemes, plotting out a rivalry, wrapped in lovers' dreams.
Here's a terror tale for sporting life. I call it How Green Was My Alley. His job as a traveling salesman had enabled Robert to keep up the deception for 3 exciting years. It had been so simple to carry on his double life, spending a week with Amy, a week with Jean, and 2 weeks on the road. Yes, Robert Smith was a bigamist.
Must you go, Bob? You know how I miss you when you're away.
Got to earn a living, Amy, honey. Well, goodbye. See you in a month.
Robert looked down at slim, dark-haired Amy. She snuggled sleepily in the bed, reaching towards him.
Kiss me goodbye and wish me luck. The National Women's Amateur Athletic Tournaments are 2 weeks off.
Say, I almost forgot. Your golf tournament. I bought you something.
Robert went out to the car. He unlocked the trunk. Inside were 2 carefully wrapped packages. He chose one and brought it back into the house to the bedroom.
Here, honey, for luck.
For me, Bob? How sweet. What is it?
Robert put out his hand.
Wait, don't open it now. Not until you get to your golf tournament. It's a surprise. It may help you win.
You're so thoughtful, darling.
Amy put down the package and slipped her arms around Robert's neck.
I really have to get going, honey. It's late, please.
Beast, how can business be more important than pleasure?
Robert slipped away from Amy and picked up his bags. She followed him to the door.
You'll come down and see me play, Bob? 2 weeks from tomorrow, at the NWAAA course in Springdale. I'll be at the hotel. I've reserved a double room.
Of course, honey. You know I wouldn't miss my wife's capturing the Women's National Amateur Golf Championship.
Bob chuckled as he drove off.
Ah, my athletic women. Little did I know when I suggested to Amy that she take up golf while I was away on the road that she'd become such an expert golfer. Now she's entered in the NWAAA championships.
The car roared north through small towns and over miles of highways until the next night.
Bob, honey, I thought you'd be back tonight. I came home from practice early.
Jean, baby!
She tossed her book to the floor, and he was in her arms. Jean was heavier than Amy, more muscular. Her hair fell in soft golden tresses about her bare shoulders.
Oh, darling, I miss you. I miss you.
And I miss you, Jean. I don't like this 1 week a month deal any more than you do.
Well, kitties, that's the picture. Loverboy commuted between wives, 1 week with slim, sweet Amy. 1 week with buxom Jean. For 3 years, this little racket had been going on. Amy took up golf while Robert, darling, was on the road. Know what Jean took up? Read on. The week was over. Jean and Bob were saying goodbye.
What is it, Bob? A surprise for me?
Don't open it, Jean. You mentioned something about a tournament last month when I was home.
Yes, the NWAAA bowling tournament. It's next week. I qualify.
Well, after you get there, then open it. Maybe it'll help you win.
Yes, Jean had taken up bowling. Robert had suggested it. And like Amy, Jean had proven herself very adept at her chosen sport.
Just think, my wife a champion bowler.
You will come down and see me bowl next week, won't you, hon?
Of course, Jean. Where'd you say it was?
Springdale. The NWAAA alley's there.
Springdale? But I thought there was a golf course there.
There is, and a tennis court and a pool. The NWAAA holds all its tournaments there. Will you come, won't you? I have a reservation for a double room.
Well, I'll try to make it, honey. At least I'll stop by your hotel to wish you luck.
Oh, darling, I'll make you so proud of me. Now, kiss me goodbye.
Bob sped off.
So, both my athletic women will be in the same town at the same time. Well, this ought to be fun. I'm lucky that Smith is a common name. Amy and Jean will never suspect anything. And if I work it right, no one will be the wiser. Springdale probably has only one hotel. They'll both be there. Yes, sir, this is going to be fun. But then, haven't the last 3 years?
Springdale's one hotel was a bustle of excitement on the first day of tournament week. The lobby was jammed.
Sorry, no rooms. All filled up. Sorry.
You have my reservation for me, Mrs. Robert Smith.
Huh? Miss Robert Smith checked in this morning.
But that's impossible. I'm Mrs. Robert Smith. Here, your letter acknowledging my reservation.
Oh dear. There's been a mistake. Obviously there are two Mrs. Robert Smiths. I see you're from Central City. The one I registered this morning is from, let's see, Lakeview.
Lakeview? Did I hear someone mention Lakeview? That's my...
Oh, Miss Smith, I'm so glad you're here. There's been a terrible error. Let me introduce to you Miss Robert Smith.
Seems we have the same name, honey, and the same room reservation.
Ladies, I have a brilliant idea. Why don't you two share the room? I see it is a double.
Well, my husband is coming down to see me play.
So is mine, but we could double up until they straighten this mess out.
Oh, yes. Well, fix things up. This is all our fault.
Come on, honey. My name's Amy. What's yours?
Jean, I bowl.
I play golf. Boy, take these bags to room 204.
Isn't it a coincidence? I mean, us having the same married name?
Well, honey, Robert Smith is an awfully common name in here.
I guess so. My Bob is a traveling salesman.
He is? So's mine. I hardly see him. Only 1 week a month.
Here, boy. Thanks. Did you say 1 week a month? That's our agreement too.
I guess all traveling salesmen's wives have it rough. That's why I took up golf.
Same here. With my bowling, it gives me something to do. Oh, I forgot. My husband gave me this package. It's a surprise. I was supposed to open it when I got here.
That's funny. I have one too. Here, see?
The two girls struggled with their packages, tearing them open nervously.
What the?
Good Lord.
Amy stared at the shoes with the one rubber sole and the one leather one.
These are bowling shoes.
Jean stared at her gift, shoes with metal cleats.
And these are golf shoes.
Then it dawned upon them. They looked at each other.
But I play golf.
And I bowl.
In silence, they each rummaged through their suitcases, tossing clothes aside. And when they found what they were looking for, they held the two photographs up, comparing them. So they waited for Robert together.
What the?
Hello, Bob.
Come in, our husband.
The next morning, when the tournament started, the judges found Amy on the first green of the golf course. Her hair stringly, her face pale, gleefully practicing her putting. Amy was using Robert's eyeballs. And they found Jean at the alleys when they came to open up. She was practicing her bowling. Jean was using Robert's eyeless head. And the moral of the story, kiddies, is don't be a mashie and spoon with a spare wife, or you'll strike out in the next frame. And nobody will yell foul, because one wife is par of the course. So if you feel like pinning yourself down, don't split your affections. One bag is enough for any duffer. And now the old witch awaits to wind up my terror mag. Bye for now. Old golfers never die.
In the alley, green and shady, Robert met his fate, selling dreams and whispers. He's just a double date. He courted Amy's laughter on the golf course bright, and flirted with Jean strikes under the alley lights. How green is my alley, where secrets go to hide. Robert played a foolish game, now he can't avoid the tide. Amy's eyes like golf balls, Jean strikes like thunder's call. He thought he could escape, but down he took the fall. Amy knew his sweet